And I am playing black in the first round. You know what? Let's do something we haven't done in a long time. Do we have Stream Deck here? I don't know if we have Stream Deck. Okay, I'm just going to roll the dice. And you're going to have to trust me. Oh, I don't have to roll both. I just have to roll one because these are 20-sided. Okay, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's B5. That's fine. I'm perfectly fine with 1 B4. Also, we gotta do emote only. People. Is there nobody around? Emote only. I'll take it. This is a very decent gambit, actually. White wants to keep the pawn, he has to go there. Oh, now it's emote only. Let's see if we get banned. For being so slow. I'm a little bit worried about him trying something like a little bit violent over there. I feel like I can get away with bishop c5 here. There's the threat of bishop f2 potentially. Rook c8 maybe. Yeah, it's just a queen b6. Maybe I should have done that. There's knight e5 still, but didn't feel like it was necessarily that dangerous. Here, this leads to some interesting complications actually. Let's keep it simple. Just castle. So, position is fairly equal, but there is the lack of symmetry. There's a little bit of non-symmetry in the position. There's the bishop pair that my opponent will not longer have. And I was going to say I have an extra pawn against a potential queenside majority. But now there's also this weak pawn, which my opponent quite inexplicably volunteered to get. And it seems to me that now I am simply a bit better. With a very sound position, no weaknesses to speak of, and more weaknesses that I can potentially attack in my opponent's position. c4 is very sensible. I think, again, I will keep the tension for a little bit. Would be very happy to see cd5, knight d5. Oh, that's what I underestimated. If I go rook c5, I run into b4 and then c5. So I gotta take with the queen. No, this is still possible, but my queen gets super active. And my knight is gonna jump in as well. So I am not convinced that white is okay here. I'm not convinced that he's not okay, but I do have this threat, king h1, I can take the pawn at the very least, and if the bishop moves, I could take this pawn because of this little pin. So now I jump in with the knight. Bishop f1 seems to be quite forced, then I take the pawn because there's still a trick. And now I guess rook c. So rook c2, there's rook c1 maybe. The queen protects f2, so let's go here. And then if rook e3, there's rook c2. And that seems to be an improvement of my position. Okay. Guess we'll go e5. Kind of forcing queen e3 to e1 now. Because d4 is a big threat, cutting off the queen's defense of this pawn. He finds the best move. Now we change plans a little bit. Rook here, and we've opened up this this particular avenue of attack. Now if the queen takes here, we got check. King goes in the corner and take this pawn. And then we have a pretty much unstoppable threat of mate with rook g1. And it seems very hard to prevent the threat of rook g6 followed by queen g5 was the threat otherwise. My knight is hanging, but that does not matter since there's checkmate. Bishop h3 seems to be the only way to delay it a bit, but I just take it with my knight, and yeah, mate is inevitable. Okay, so I don't know. I guess he's just allowing me to mate. What do I want? Queen g1 or rook g1? I feel like rook g1 is nicer. Okay, good game. It seemed to me that the game turned a bit with this move. Now it just doesn't have, yeah, this was inaccurate. I should have taken first and then d5 so that he doesn't get d4, c5 with time. But this is still very, very good for me. And yeah, e5 was not the only way to win, but it was definitely the cleanest one. d4 and then rook c6 is very nice. Even though, again, pretty much anything wins. But